Hi, Libra. Who else is really glad that this year is over? I know that I am not the only person that has Libra energy. What's really interesting is the energy that we're going to be feeling in December. A lot of people are getting the message to rest. A lot of people are getting the message to, self-care, a lot of self-care. And I think that that is the same thing that you guys are going to need as well. I feel like there's a conversation that you need to have, or you don't really see it coming. There's a message that you're not really seeing coming, and it's coming from a fire sign or somebody that has heavy fire in their chart, and it really gives you a lot of anxiety. It may not be, this doesn't have to be romantic. This could be family, this could be at work, this could be friends. You can really easily get into arguments right now, Libra. So because everybody's just lit up, and you have no patience for lit up energy like that. Like, you guys like to have a good time. You guys like to have fun. But if somebody is being a little way too extra of something, and it's creating like chaos in your world, like your actual world is chaotic because of this particular person, you're not going to have it. You're not going to stand for it. So people could possibly be getting on your nerves quite a bit. It could even be a Sagittarius energy. So let me show you the cards that I have. It feels very primed for you guys to get into arguments this month. So I want you to stay away from the trigger. Stay away from the people that trigger you. Stay away from the people that you can't trust with yourself or with your emotions, okay? So we have the Page of Wands, the Two of Swords, the Nine of Swords. And so this is what I'm talking about. This is the message. This is like somebody saying something to you. I don't feel like you really actually see it coming. It sort of blindsides you. And I want you to stay away from it. It feels very angry. The King of Wands down here, I have the Knight of Swords. And this is what I mean. Like, I feel like you could easily... So yeah, Temperance. And temperance is the balance that you're craving, that you really need. And I feel like the only place that you're going to be able to find this is within yourself. You're not going to be able to, drink away the negative energies. You're not going to be able to smoke away the negative energies. You're not going to be able to, escape reality in any way, shape, or form when it comes to these energies. But what you can do is make sure that you're centered within. And I know that avoiding people at all costs during the holiday season is kind of wishful thinking and almost impossible. So I'm not going to say that that's what I think that you guys should do, but if it's, when you're not around family, when you're not around the holiday rush that everything's going on, allow yourself to rest. Like, you don't, when you're not working, give yourself some time off. If you need to take an extra day, give yourself some time off. So let's see what this, all right, the cards are being funny. Hold on a second. I'm nervous for this reading, honestly, because I know that this energy that we're having, this eclipse that we're having in Capricorn, it's directly affecting our home environment. It's affecting the fourth house. It's affecting our stability. It's affecting the environment. And things are changing and things are going to be taken away. And when a Libra is out of balance, and I don't want to give you guys a bad reading, but the energy is not going to be easy, and I can't sugarcoat it for you. I wish I could. I wish I could make this easier for you. I can only give you tips on how to navigate it, right? And I'm a Libra rising, so I'm feeling the same sort of, it feels, it's not suffocating. It feels like it's too much. It feels like there's too much going on. And that's what, and you guys are just trying to find solace, right? Okay. So we have the Hermit on the Page of Wands. So it may be a Virgo that you need to have a conversation with, or it may be, and it's about it, whatever conversation this is, either a Virgo saying something to you or you're saying something to a Virgo about money. It has to do with money. It has to do with your stability, and maybe not necessarily your stability, but it has to do, and here's the thing is, there's something about this that you're not really seeing. It's almost as if they're not telling you the whole truth. It could be that they're not telling you the whole truth. Sometimes Virgos, and I'm just playing devil's advocate because I am a Virgo sun, so I know what the Libra feels like, and I know what the Virgo feels like. Sometimes Virgos, like, they don't give all of the information because they don't want to have to explain themselves. Sometimes they'll only give like half information just to appease you, just to satisfy you, so that they could like finish whatever and then give it all, like the rest of it when it's done. Like if something isn't done or something isn't ready or something, like they won't give you the whole picture, right? Sometimes they keep information to themselves. I don't know why we really do that. I think it's because we sort of feel entitled to the information, and we want it to be perfect. We want to be able to give it to people in a perfect way. So if you're waiting on communication from a Virgo about money, it's possible that they're not telling you. It's possible that, you can't see the whole story. You can't see the whole picture. They're only giving you pieces and parts of it. Some of this is about the anxiety to rebuild something in your life. If this isn't a Virgo energy, it may be that somebody says something to you, or you're waiting for somebody to show up in your life that's like previously ghosted you. The Three of Pentacles on the Nine of Swords. Why are you so worried about what you're creating? Because, and the reason why I'm asking that, it's almost as if you're trying to start something new without finishing the next project, or without finishing the last, you know what I mean? It feels like that. It feels like unfinished business. And that's why there's anxiety around it. Because it feels like you're trying to start something new without finishing something before. And so I want you to feel really good, because this Three of Pentacles is like a teamwork kind of effort thing. And that could be another thing, is you really want to, like, it feels very much about building a foundation. This could be a work issue that you're dealing with. It sort of feels like it might be. Like, I don't know, were you expecting to get a bonus? Were you expecting to get a raise? Possibly your boss is a Virgo and you didn't get that. And now you're worried because you were counting on it, right? I mean, it could be anything. I just wanted to give you like examples. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be relationship. Like, I'm looking at this, and I know where it resonates in my life. It actually resonates with an ex-husband of mine. So it doesn't have to be like a romantic connection that you have with somebody. This fire sign has shut down. Maybe not even shut down. I feel like it's almost as if they had the conversation with you and then shut themselves off after that. Like you didn't hear any further. They had some kind of message for you and then you haven't heard anything since then, right? So we have the High Priestess, and again, hear me out here. It's kind of like the same thing as the Hermit. The High Priestess, she knows everything, she feels everything, she sees everything, she just doesn't say everything, right? And so I feel like this person, there's more that's going on that you can't see with the naked eye. So if you really want to know what's happening in this situation that you're having to deal with this other person, with this message that you got or this conversation that you need to have, just ask. If it is something that is really bothering your energy, if it's really something that you're holding on to, if this is clogging up your universal flow of love inside of you, just have the conversation. Just ask. Don't wait for it. Just bring it up, right? But here's the other thing though. If you go at it or you bring it up or something is said and you're emotional or they're emotional and somebody gets triggered, there could easily be a fight, right? That's what I'm saying. I feel like it really all depends on the space that you're in with yourself. If you're confident about yourself and you don't need approval or justification from anybody else, this energy this month is going to be heavy and it's going to be kind of uncomfortable, but you'll be able to get through it and you won't be beating yourself up and you won't be fighting with anybody, right? But if you're not feeling very confident right now and you don't know the place that you're going, and even the most confident of people are having a hard time feeling that confidence. So if you feel really, really, really super out of alignment, I want you to, again, not necessarily engage people. Maybe wait until after the first of the year if you can. If you have to go to a boss and say, I don't like what's going on here. You have to go to a family member or a friend and say, I don't like what's going on here. Wait until after the first of the year so you don't get into an argument, because that 8 of Swords with the 9 of Swords and the 2 of Swords, it could really turn into something much bigger than it needs to be, right? The 8 of Swords on the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Cups on Temperance. If you have, I sort of feel like if you have somebody you can reach out to that can kind of help you balance yourself out, you may like reach out to your friends. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to reach out to people and say, I am not okay right now. Now is not the time of year to shrink back and become a wallflower and then get depressed. Now is not the time of year to do that. If you need somebody in your life, please, please, please come forward. Please open up. Okay? Because I feel like your anxieties are sort of at an all-time high. And if you're not meditating and you're not centering yourself, which I hope everybody's doing, but I'm realistic and I know that you're not, we do have 3 more meditations for the rest of the year. So if you want to register for them, they're really amazing and they're very, very powerful and they're very centering and super awesome. If you can't make the live ones, I always send out a recording like an hour after the meditation's done. So I send a recording out to everybody that registers. So, yeah. The Emperor, Justice, King of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, ooh, King of Cups, and the King of Swords. Okay. So we have all the kings out here on the table. So there could be a lot of masculine energy that is really trying to make itself known to you during this season in December. I also have the Emperor and Justice here, which is really funny because they're opposite energies. Aries and Libra, they're opposites in the zodiac. And there's a lot of that Chiron energy in Aries that we're dealing with right now in the 7th house. And so relationships, we are having to face the deepest wounds of all of our relationships, right? So there might be, I almost want to say that if you don't actually have like a physical, like if there aren't a lot of masculine energies around you in a physical way, I feel like some of this might also be like past energies that maybe you're being extremely nostalgic. It is the holidays. Everybody gets very nostalgic. But I feel like this is to bring you some peace in your life. It's almost as if each one of them might have taught you a lesson. And with the 6 of Swords, you're like easing your way into something much calmer, into something much, much easier and softer in your life. And so you had to relive, right? You had to look at all of that so that you don't have to continue, you know, and that's what this energy is going to be doing. It's going to be finding those really deep wounds, the ones that you either refused to look at or the ones that you were too busy to, you know, to look at, and you just like swallowed them and they just became that rock in your stomach, right? Well, now the energies that are happening in the cosmos are giving you a prime opportunity to allow all that gunk to come up so you can process it once and for all. Feel it, take a deep breath, and release and let it go. And most importantly, Libra, when you're feeling anxious, when you get into a 9 of Swords state, just pause and take a deep breath and realize that everything right here in the now is all that matters. And just get centered again before you go on to life. One of our biggest things is that we're rush during the holidays. And we're always like 3 steps ahead of the game. So instead of being 3 steps ahead of the game, I want you to continue to remind yourself to become present, because you can easily get very anxious and triggered. Big time triggered right now. Okay. I love you guys. And the readings are on sale. The jewelry is on sale. If you would like to not get a reading or jewelry, but you'd like to donate to the channel because these videos have helped you throughout the year, all of that information is in the description box. Meditations, get the workshop replay. Those are all ways that you can contribute. Or if you could just like, share, and subscribe this video, that would be another way that you can contribute for free. Very much appreciate all of the support in 2019. I will see you guys for your 2020 forecast readings. Take care. Bye.